So the United States and the tax cut agenda that President Trump has would mean that they will have to raise revenues, and perhaps the external revenue service that has been set up is a precursor to that, to be able to raise revenues. We don't know what will come of it, but you spoke about US Fed. If that were to be the US Fed stance, and if the US Fed sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold, how will that play out, particularly from the point of view of what we saw happen in bond prices in 2024? What's the likely scenario there?
So while people in India are expecting a rate cut, my view is that rate cut is not going to make too much of a difference in terms of either spurring GDP growth or anything of that nature. That will be seen more as a signal. So my view is that India today, given where inflation is, what printing on the inflation side is happening, inflation is turned out to be higher than what was being predicted. RBI in its last monetary policy has very clearly said that they're very clearly focused on ensuring that inflation is brought down. If given all that agenda which exists, and given what has happened to the rupee, and given the fact that US is talking about printing more money to follow Mr. Trump's agenda, I think India has to focus on some of the other factors like improving liquidity, like looking at some of the macro changes which RBI has brought about, or was talking about bringing about, and thinking through as to what impact it could have on the credit and the deposit growth rate. So my rate cut I see more as a signal rather than actually really having a real impact.
Fundamental difference.
But the real work needs to be done on getting the credit impulse back in the economy, ensuring that the liquidity is there. At the same time, while RBI is worried about some sectors or some asset classes, they need to be managed much more actively so that the other parts of the economy are not getting hurt because just the credit growth is being controlled in a very tight way.